Welcome to Alta Montclair. In this short video, we'll cover the process for creating a new client, creating a new policy, and uploading client documents. It all starts by logging into the portal and from any page clicking the Clients tab, which will land you on the Client Search page. To create that new client record, click the New Client button. This will land you in a new record that's completely blank. Start by entering the customer's name. And when you enter their school, you'll notice that this is a lookup field because there's a magnifying glass to the right. To enter data here, start entering the first couple letters of that school name, click the magnifying glass, and then make a selection from the pop-up window. Once that selection's made, the field will populate. Continue by entering the customer's contact information, and you'll notice that the agent field on the right-hand side is also a lookup field. Follow those same instructions for that field. At the top of the page, you'll notice the client's status. It's important that you make the right selection from these statuses. These definitions are available here and on the written guide. Read them carefully before making a selection. You can also select the client type in the right-hand side. Lower on the page are several more fields, none of which are mandatory at this time. But enter everything that you have. Once you're satisfied, hit Save. The page will be saved, and a message will appear at the top of the page saying the client has been saved. At this point, you can make use of the clone button at the top. If you want to create a second record that has something in common with the first, hit clone, and a copy of the record will be created with all the same information in it. You can then come in, make edits, and then hit Save to save that new client. That concludes the process for creating a new client. Next is the process for creating a new policy. So when you're creating a new policy, you'll always be doing it for an existing client. So first, you'll have to go and find that client in the system. Click to the Clients tab, and then make use of the search function. Type in the customer's last name, hit search, make a selection from the results that come up. You click the name, you'll land in that client record. Once in the client record, go straight to the New Policy button at the top, click that button, and you'll land in the new policy that's totally blank except for the customer's name. In that top field, policy number, enter in the policy number. This is a mandatory field. If you don't know the policy at this time, you have to put something in this field, so enter temp. It will allow you to save it with temp in that field, though you must remember once you do know that policy number to come back and edit this policy and enter in the real number. Below that, enter in the product, and it's a lookup field, so just start typing the name of that product, hit the search icon, and then make a selection in the pop-up. In the right-hand column, you'll notice several more fields that are all drop-down menus. Make the proper selections from these drop-down menus if you know that information at this time. And below that are several more fields. None of these are mandatory at this time either, but enter all the information that you do know. When you're satisfied, hit Save. The policy will save. Now, if you want to see how that client now has a policy affiliated with it, go and click back to the client by clicking the name in the client field. If you mouse over a link at the top that says Policies Contracts, you don't need to click on it or anything. Just put your cursor over it. A temporary section will pop open and it will list off all the policies for that client. You can get the same information by scrolling down to the bottom of the page and viewing the Policies Contract section. This just takes a few more seconds. That's the process for creating a new policy. Next on the list is uploading client documents. So once your client has a policy, you'll start accumulating PDFs for this policy or for this client. So all of these PDFs need to be stored right in the portal, right in the client record. So here we are on the client record, and if we scroll down the page, you'll see the cloud storage section. Once you upload documents here, they'll all be listed right here for you or anybody else on your team to view. Start the process by hitting New Document. This will land you on the New File page. Click Choose Files. Navigate to the folder on your computer where those files reside. Make a selection, click Open, and you'll return to the New File page, and there will be a message saying that one file has been chosen. Click Upload. Once you click Upload, it'll upload for a few seconds. Repeat this process for all of your files, and when you're done, you'll return to the client record, scroll down the page, and now in the cloud storage section, you'll see all the files that you just uploaded. For you or for anybody else to view these files, simply click the magnifying glass next to that line item for that file, and that file will open in a pop-up window. That's the process for creating a new client, creating a new policy, and uploading client documents.